Hello, my name is Dr. Beatrice Vitta. I'm a board-certified urologist with more than 30 years of clinical experience right here in the United States. And today, I want to share something with you that most men will never hear from a prescription bottle or a TV commercial, because it's something the pharmaceutical industry would rather keep quiet. There's a simple food, something you can buy at any farmer's market or supermarket, that has the power to completely transform your intimate life. I'm talking about firmer erections, more pleasure, more vitality, as if you had gone back to your 20s. Do you remember the last time that special moment of pleasure felt the same as when you were 20 years old? Well, it's not your fault. Let me explain something I've learned over more than 3 decades of treating men of all ages. What you put on your plate directly determines how your body works, including the strength of your erections, the depth of your pleasure, and the power of your climax. Let me be very direct with you. Sensitivity decreases over time. That special moment that used to be intense starts to feel dull, right? The sensations become muffled, almost as if wrapped in cotton. Release becomes monotonous, disappointing. And I see men like this every single day in my office, men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who tell me exactly the same thing. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. And no, I'm not talking about pills. I'm talking about real food. Foods that nature gave us. Foods that work even better than many drugs out there. So stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to show you exactly which 5 powerful foods can change everything. And this is not just empty talk. Everything I'll share here is backed by solid scientific studies, serious research, and most importantly, by my own 30 years of experience treating men with these problems. Food number 1, beetroot, the king of nitric oxide. Let's start with the first food, and this one is the king, beetroot. Yes, that red root your grandmother used to make in salads. But let me tell you why beetroot is so powerful. Beetroot is loaded with natural nitrates. When you eat beetroot, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. Now pay attention to this part, because this is where the magic happens. Nitric oxide relaxes and dilates your blood vessels, all of them, including those responsible for your erection. You know that famous little blue pill? Well, it works by increasing nitric oxide levels in your body. Beetroot does the same thing, naturally. It's practically a free natural medicine you can get at the market. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine followed 87 men between the ages of 55 and 72 for 12 weeks. Guess what the researchers found? The men who drank beetroot juice daily for 12 weeks showed significant improvements in the quality of their erections, firmer, longer lasting, and with increased sensitivity. Now let me make an important observation here because a lot of people get this part wrong. The right amount is 200 to 250 milliliters, about 1 cup, of beet juice per day. That's it, just 1 glass. You don't need to drink liters of it. Actually, you should never take excessive amounts of anything. Even good things in excess can be harmful. And there's a right way to consume it so you can get the maximum benefit. Ideally, drink beet juice about 2 hours before that special moment. Why? Because that's how long your body takes to convert the beet's nitrates into nitric oxide. It's like you're programming your body to perform at its best. You can drink the juice plain, mix it with orange juice to make it tastier, or even eat cooked beetroot in a salad. The important thing is to consume it regularly. I always tell my patients, make beetroot your best friend. But beetroot does more than just boost nitric oxide. It's also rich in antioxidants that fight cellular aging. And yes, that includes all the cells in your body, even the ones down there. The more you protect your cells from aging, the better everything works. Food number 2, spinach, the testosterone builder of the plant world. Now let's move to the second food on our list, spinach. And I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, Dr. Beatrice Vitta, spinach is for Popeye. Well, Popeye actually knew what he was doing. Spinach is the testosterone builder of the plant world. It's loaded with magnesium, which is essential for your body to produce testosterone. And listen, after age 40, testosterone naturally begins to decline. That's normal. It's part of aging. But we can slow down that decline through the right nutrition. A 2011 Italian study found that men who consumed more magnesium had significantly higher testosterone levels. And testosterone isn't just about sexual desire. It's about energy, vitality, muscle mass, mood. It's about feeling like a man again. Now, an important note that one of my followers once brought up in the comments. It's true that both beetroot and spinach contain oxalates, and excessive oxalate intake can strain your kidneys. So if you have kidney problems or have ever had kidney stones, talk to your doctor before increasing your intake of these foods. But for most people, moderate consumption is perfectly safe. You can eat spinach sautéed, add it to omelets, make green juice, or toss it into salads. I recommend eating it at least 3 times a week. And here's a tip. If you sauté spinach with a drizzle of olive oil, your body absorbs its nutrients much better. Food number 3, nuts and seeds, powerhouses of zinc and energy. Now let's move to the third food, nuts and seeds. These are true energy bombs for your intimate life, and let me explain why. Walnuts, cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, all of them are rich in zinc. And zinc, my friend, is essential for the production of testosterone and for the quality of your sperm. Without enough zinc, your body simply can't produce testosterone properly. A study from the University of Michigan showed that men with low zinc levels had weaker erections and less sexual desire. When these men began supplementing zinc, guess what happened? Their erections improved, their desire returned, and their energy levels went up. But there's an important detail here, and I have to thank one of my followers for asking this question in the comments. Doctor, I'm 76, and I don't have many teeth left. How am I supposed to eat nuts? Excellent question, and here's the simple answer. You can eat natural peanut butter, cashew butter, or you can grind nuts in a blender and mix them with yogurt or smoothies. You don't have to chew them whole. What matters is that your body gets those nutrients. Nuts are also rich in arginine, an amino acid that your body uses to produce, you guessed it, nitric oxide again. See how everything connects? That's why a balanced diet makes such a big difference. I recommend a small handful of nuts or seeds every day. It could be with breakfast or as an afternoon snack. It's simple, tasty, and it works. Food number 4, dark chocolate, flavonoids and pleasure. Fourth food, dark chocolate. Now, when I say dark chocolate, I'm talking about the kind with at least 70% cacao, not the milk chocolate loaded with sugar you find everywhere. Dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids, compounds that improve blood circulation. And remember, everything that improves circulation also improves erections. It's that simple. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that cacao flavonoids lower blood pressure and improve blood vessel function. That means more blood reaching where it needs to go, exactly when it needs to get there. But there's more. Dark chocolate also releases endorphins and serotonin in your brain, the hormones of pleasure and well-being. So you don't just improve your physical performance, you also boost your mood, your motivation, your confidence. Now, someone brought up a very important question in the comments. But doctor, chocolate has sugar, doesn't it? Yes, even dark chocolate contains a bit of sugar. So if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you need to be careful with the quantity. I recommend no more than 30 grams per day, which is about 3 to 4 small squares. And always choose the purest chocolate you can find, the one with the least amount of sugar. And listen carefully. If you have diabetes, before increasing your consumption of beetroot or chocolate, both of which contain natural sugars, talk to your doctor first. Beet juice, for instance, concentrates the sugar, so moderation is key. Food number 5, watermelon, the surprising amino acid citrulline. Now let's talk about the 5th and final food, watermelon. Yes, that delicious fruit you enjoy in the summer or at the beach. Watermelon is surprisingly powerful. It's rich in citrulline, an amino acid that your body converts into arginine, which then becomes, Once again, nitric oxide. See how perfect nature is? Italian researchers discovered that men who consumed watermelon extract experienced improvements in their erections comparable to those produced by certain medications. Of course, watermelon isn't as strong as a pill, but the effect is real. And the best part? Watermelon is delicious, refreshing, and easy to find. You can eat the fruit by itself, make juice, or even add it to a fruit salad. What matters is to eat it regularly. But let me tell you something most people don't know. The highest concentration of citrulline isn't in the red part. It's in the white part, the area between the rind and the red flesh. So when you eat watermelon, try to include a little bit of that white part too. How to combine everything in a simple daily routine. Now let's talk about how to combine all of this in a practical way, because it's no use if I give you all this information and you can't apply it in your daily life, right? Here's a simple routine I created for my patients, and it works beautifully. Morning, breakfast. Have a handful of nuts or seeds. You can mix them with yogurt, eat them plain, or add them to a smoothie. Lunch. Include a salad with beetroot and spinach, either cooked beets or sautéed spinach. You can alternate between them so you don't get bored. Afternoon. Enjoy a few squares of dark chocolate with a small cup of coffee. Delicious and effective. Before a special moment, drink a glass of beetroot juice about 2 hours before, or have a generous serving of watermelon. Now let me tell you something I've learned after 30 years in medicine. Dietary changes don't work overnight. You need consistency. You'll start noticing the first results in about 2 to 3 weeks, but the most significant improvements come after 2 to 3 months of steady, healthy eating. And remember, it's not just about adding these foods. You also need to avoid a few things. Too much soda, fried food every day, excess sugar, too much alcohol. All of that gets in the way. Your body is like a machine, and you need to put the right fuel into it. Let me tell you a true story. I once had a patient, I'll call him Mr. Jose to protect his privacy. Jose came to my office at 68 years old, completely discouraged. He told me, "Doctor, I think my intimate life is over. I don't feel anything anymore. Nothing works." I talked to him, ran some tests, and found nothing serious. It was mostly lifestyle. I guided him to change his diet, including all the foods I've just shared with you. 3 months later, Jose came back to my office, and I'll never forget his face. He was smiling from ear to ear. He told me he felt like he was 40 again. His energy had returned. Everything was working. Even his wife had noticed the difference. And the best part? He didn't take a single pill. It was all through food. Of course, it doesn't work exactly the same for everyone, but yes, it truly works. A very important note. Let me be very clear about something. These foods are preventive and supportive. They help improve your natural function. But if you have severe erectile dysfunction, uncontrolled diabetes, or serious heart problems, you absolutely need medical supervision. Nutrition helps a lot, but it doesn't replace proper treatment when treatment is necessary. And another warning, if you take blood pressure medication, especially those containing nitrates like monocordal, you must be cautious with excessive beetroot consumption. That combination can lower your blood pressure too much, so always talk to your doctor. Healthy habits that make the difference. I know many people believe that after 60 or 70, their intimate life is over. But that's a lie. I treat men in their 80s who have a satisfying and active intimate life. The difference lies in their habits, their nutrition, their lifestyle, their mindset. That's why some men at 65 have stronger erections than guys in their 30s, because they take care of their health, eat properly, exercise, avoid smoking, and don't overdrink. Your body responds to how you treat it. So here are some additional practical tips. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water, at least 2 liters a day. Dehydration lowers your blood volume and affects everything, including erections. Exercise. You don't have to become an athlete, but a 30-minute walk every day makes a huge difference. Exercise improves circulation, increases testosterone, and reduces stress. Get quality sleep. Your body produces testosterone during sleep. If you sleep poorly, your testosterone drops. So take care of your sleep. Turn off the lights, put away your phone, and stick to a bedtime routine. Manage stress. Stress is a silent killer of libido and erections. High cortisol destroys testosterone. Find ways to relax, meditate, go fishing, play dominoes with your friends. Anything that calms you down. Many people ask me, "Doctor, do I need to take zinc or magnesium supplements?" The answer is, it depends. If you eat the foods I mentioned regularly, probably not. But if your diet is poor and you can't include these foods, then yes, supplementation can help. However, never self-medicate. Too much zinc, for example, can interfere with the absorption of other minerals. So if you want to take supplements, talk to your doctor or a nutritionist first. And one more thing, about those miracle supplements you see all over the internet. You know, the ones that say, increase your size in 30 days, or 48-hour guaranteed erection. Most of them are scams. There's no miracle. What really works is consistent care for your health. The two big enemies, smoking and alcohol. Now, something I can't skip, smoking. If you smoke, please, stop. Cigarettes destroy your blood vessels, and erections depend on healthy blood flow. There's no food in the world that can undo the damage smoking does. So if you truly want to improve your intimate life, quit smoking. And alcohol, a beer once in a while won't kill anyone, but excess drinking is terrible for testosterone, terrible for erections, and terrible for your overall health. Moderation is key. Let's recap everything. Let's go over everything to fix it clearly in your mind. Beetroot, the king of nitric oxide. Spinach, the natural testosterone builder. Nuts and seeds, sources of zinc and arginine. Dark chocolate, rich in flavonoids and pleasure hormones. Watermelon, full of citrulline, nature's gift for circulation. Include these 5 powerful foods in your daily routine, and you'll start seeing the difference. But remember, it's not just about eating these foods. It's about keeping a balanced diet overall. High-quality protein, a variety of vegetables, fruits, good fats, and avoiding processed and fried foods, as well as excess sugar. I know changing habits isn't easy. Life can be busy, and it's tempting to grab a pastry instead of making a salad. But think about it this way. You only have one body, and that body has to last a lifetime. So yes, it's worth investing in it. Here's one last tip. Involve your partner in this process. Make it a couple's project. Cook together, try new recipes, turn it into something enjoyable. Intimacy isn't just about the act itself. It's about connection, affection, and mutual care. And if, after 3 months of following all this advice, you still don't notice any improvement, then see your doctor. There might be a hormonal issue, circulatory problem, or something else that needs deeper investigation. But in most cases, these simple lifestyle changes already make an enormous difference. So that's it, my friend. More energy, more desire, more confidence, and yes, a more satisfying, intimate life than you've had in decades. All of this is possible. Nature has given us powerful tools. Now it's up to you to use them. If this video was helpful to you, share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And tell me in the comments, which of these foods do you already eat? Which one are you going to start adding to your routine? I love reading your comments and answering your questions. Incorporating these foods into your diet can make a significant difference in your life, helping older adults maintain their independence and quality of life. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Rate this video from 1 to 10 in the comments and let us know what you think of the content. Your feedback is essential for us to keep bringing you useful and relevant information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.